Join me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday for some MTG Arena content. New episodes featuring Limited, Standard, Brawl, Standard 2022, Jumpstart, whatever we can play. I hope you guys enjoy the video. And what is up, guys? We are back for another episode of OB Plays MTG. Today we are playing some more traditional Standard. I was kind of inspired by a deck that Brian Gottlieb put together of the Arena Decklists Podcast. Go check them out. They're awesome. It's a great listen every Friday. He said he was having fun playing some blue-white control, so I went and found his list. This isn't the exact list that he played. I play some good old, I call him Yuan-Ti the Almighty. Yuan-Ti Malison in the actual main deck. He plays some in the sideboard, I believe. And I also switched up the sideboard a little bit just to kind of make up for what I did to the deck. But it's a monk class deck. Now, if you don't know what monk class is, second spell you cast each turn costs one less to cast. Level 2 is a blue and a white. When this class becomes level 2, return up to one target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, so that's yours or someone else's. Level 3 is white and a blue and 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. For as long as it remains exiled, you may cast this card from exile as long as you've cast another spell this turn. This is a really, really cool just deck. I'm not a huge control player, if you know me, but I've had a ton of fun with this deck, just using the cool mythic Planeswalker from AFR, Grandmaster of Flowers. As long as it has 7 or more loyalty counters on it, it's a 7/7 Dragon God creature with flying and indestructible, and it also can continue to plus. The pluses are target creature without first strike, double strike, or vigilance can't attack or block until your next turn, and the other one is search your library and or graveyard for a card named Monk of the Open Hand. Reveal it, put it in your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Monk of the Open Hand, you don't need 4 copies of this card because you can search your graveyard and your library. So I've had games where I'm behind against an aggro deck and just pulling Monk of the Open Hand, and putting it in front of a creature has helped me survive long enough to get to a Shatter the Sky, or, in our sideboard we have a Doomscar, or just a counter spell, something that can keep us alive long enough so we can get control and kind of even out and then wreck our opponents in the late game. Portable Hull, another new spell from AFR. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls with mana value 2 or less. It's kind of like a baby Glass Casket. You all know Glass Casket, but when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature opponent controls with mana value 3 or less. These two cards are kind of like white's struggling with removal in these formats, so you need something to kind of slow down people trying to kill you on turn 5. Saw it coming, just your typical counter spells. I have a lot in the sideboard. Iymrith, probably my favorite card from AFR. It's a 2 blue and 3, mythic dragon flying. When Iymrith Desert Doom has ward 4, as long as it's untapped, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then, if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. So you're just drawing cards like crazy with that card. And it's a 5/5 flyer with ward, so it makes it a little hard for our opponents to kind of, if they're playing something like Gruul or something else, it's hard for most of their creatures besides Lovestruck Beast, but we have board wipes for that. Pretty typical mana base, some Field of Ruin for all the creature lands going around. Sideboard, some extra portable holes, a Glass Casket, Disdainful Stroke for your Sultai matchups, counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater, Negate, probably Sultai, Test of Talents, also Sultai. Honestly, this deck plays pretty well against Ultimatum. An extra Yuan-Ti Malison if I want to bring it in against an aggro deck. Redain, Sultai, also might bring it in against aggro decks just as an extra little body. Dream Trawler, definitely for aggro decks. Card's a pretty beast. It was a beast bomb from Theros Beyond Death, and then people figured out that you can board wipe it, and for a while there, when Dream Trawler came out, people were just scooping when it hit the battlefield. It was kind of ridiculous. Doomscar, call time, destroy all creatures, can foretell it for 3 mana. This deck is just a really fun blue-white control deck that is kind of more modernized and has a little bit more play than your traditional draw-go deck. Subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think, and let's get into the games. We are playing Azorius Control. Blue-white control. As I stated in the intro, I am not a huge control player. So I'm probably going to fumble some turns, and I'm probably going to fumble some things, but I've been really enjoying this deck, and I think that you guys will too in the end. Slim Jimothy. Okay. It must be like Slim Jim's, like, sophisticated cousin or something. Alright, I mean, we got some answers. We got a counter spell. This is kind of a bummer with this in the hand, but I got my mana, so let's give it a shot. Okay, black-white. We'll go ahead and play that on the white side. I've been yelling all night at work. I'm like, ugh, it's rough. I think we're going to foretell the counterspell. We'll see here. It looks like opponent isn't really too active on things. I think we're just going to wait. I want to see what he does. He or she. They or them. I'm going to stick to that narrative, okay? Yeah, we saw it coming. That's not coming down. Looks like a black-white control deck of some sort. Now I think we'll play our own. Or we could... Curious to know. I don't know what my opponent's playing. This is a definite brew. We'll put our own down. Go ahead. And search. Just tick it up. So I hope you guys have been doing okay. I've been enjoying the week so far. Let's go white. We'll go ahead and foretell this. And, yeah. Just keep playing the control game. Playing the control game. Go ahead. Counter that. Monk class. Okay. We'll put it down. And then, we'll go ahead and draw 2. Since it costs 1 less. I don't need another Behold the Multiverse. Right now I need, like, ways to finish the game. Those aren't ways to finish the game. Okay. I don't think opponent has anything in hand. Nah. We'll just go ahead, play Birth of Meletis. Get a plane so we can keep hitting our land drops. I think we're just going to hold up Opt here. Okay, that's fine. We can always bounce it back. Not what we wanted from the Opt. Guy's getting the Monk, 0-4 wall. We'll go ahead and bounce that back to his hand. Or their hand. Jeez, I'm really bad at that, sorry. Behold the Multiverse. They really want me to draw cards, so... Let's see here. Let's go ahead and play this out. Have something on the battlefield. Gain some life next turn. Could be fun. Doomscar doesn't really bother me that much. We'll go ahead and play this. Because we can draw into something insane like that. And we can actually play it. We'll go ahead and put the Birth to the bottom. We don't necessarily... Okay, yeah. We can bait out another Wrath from the opponent. Looks like opponent's never seen that card before, which is interesting. Like I said, it's my favorite card from the set. The thing's dope. Some of the more seasoned Magic players have called it Baby Ojutai. You can't do that, bro. You gotta pay 4. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and kill Grandmaster of Flowers. We'll tick this up. If he wants to get rid of Iymrith, that's fine. Oh, he's got Ondu Inversion, which is crazy. I haven't seen someone play Ondu Inversion in forever. That's cool. We're going to go ahead and flip that to the bottom. Play out another Iymrith. We'll play a second monk class in case he decides he wants to play something else. And we'll chill. Now all of our stuff costs 2 less. That's when this deck gets a little wild. Behold the Multiverse is kind of crazy. We'll go ahead. I like Yuan-Ti, especially when it costs me 1 mana. We'll play out Yuan-Ti. We will bounce this back to the opponent's hand. And then I think we're good. Well, you know what? Screw it. We'll draw a card. It's fine. Play second monk class. Third. I'm not playing very heavy counterspelly control right now. Okay. Too bad. Alright. Exile and Field of Ruin. I think right now we need to draw a card. Hopefully we draw into another counterspell. That would be really nice. We can actually scry. Don't need a Field of Ruin. We'll opt. Jwari Disruption. I have plenty of Saw It Comings in this deck. Don't need another Portable Hull. I really don't need a Shatter the Sky either. Alright. Whatever works. Vanishing Verse, that's fine. I'm not really too stressed about this because we have like a ton of answers for things and we got a second Yuan-Ti, you know. We'll go ahead and do this. I also have Grandmaster of Flowers in the deck, so okay, that's cool. We'll just go ahead and draw everything again. And we'll go ahead and pass. Shatter the Sky doesn't really help us here, but we'll go ahead and bounce Grandmaster back. We're going to play this, hopefully draw into something interesting. This is a cool deck, though. I've never heard of, like, Orzhov Control. Mono Black Control, all day. I've seen that happen 1,000 times, but this is interesting. Play an opt. I don't need that. I don't need that either. Jeesh. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm one of the cool kids. Opponent might take us here because they have a ton of creature lands. I'm looking for God of Flowers, Hall of the Storm Giant. We might be in trouble. I don't know what's in exile right now. We might have to move on, but let's go ahead and keep things rolling. I hope. Because I'm kind of missing 2 of my win cons right now. And if he gets this activated, we're in trouble. Oh, that would have been great. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to call that one quits. Move on to the next game. To be honest, with what he's playing, these don't really seem very worth it. I might bring in Dream Trawler. We need some negates. Disdainful Stroke. We're going to be playing kind of a control-y game here, so we could take out Grandmaster, go down the Monk, and then go down a Monk class. Give this a shot, see if that'll work. There's also test of talents. Opponent played a ton of sorceries and instants, which could be useful with Doom Scars. Actually, we're going to go down these. I think this is a decent, because this gives me a few win cons here. This will up the curve of the deck a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about that since we're both trying to play the late game. We have Hall of the Storm Giants for a win con. I think we can work with it. Dude, I've been loving Yuan-Ti Malison. It's been my dude. We go first. We have the copy of Test. A couple births to... You know what? It's a control deck. We'll go ahead and just play this out. Hopefully we draw... If we don't draw into blue mana, that's a rough thing. We do have a negate. I might just put this down. We'll put that down as a land. I was concerned that I wouldn't run into blue mana and then not have a counter spell if I played just the plains, but we have a negate in hand and a test of talents, so I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, foretells. More than likely Doomscar. We'll just hold up opt here. Search for our second blue source. That's perfect. Pass that. And we're good. Maybe opponent will jam Grandmaster here. Yep. Saw it coming. We have tons of counter spells now. We'll play an island. Play another Birth. And chill. That's all we need to do. We don't need to go too crazy. See what opponent's planning here. Go ahead and do a Monk class. And then put down Hall. That'll be good. Get that thing set up for future turns. Opponent might Doomscar just because of Faceless Haven. Feel the Ruin's an awesome draw right here. We'll go ahead and blow up his Faceless Haven. We have 3 and 3. I think we'll just go with white. We have 3 counter spells in hand. We can handle whatever he decides to throw at us. Go blue. No reason to go crazy. It's got Vanishing Burst, definitely. Opponent probably kept a lot of those monocolored exile spells in hand. I'm curious to know. We'll just keep putting lands down and prepping stuff. Blood on the Snow. Do we really care that much, though? No. Yeah, that's fine. We can bounce that to his hand. For a blue and a white. Like, I'm not too stressed about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 lands. This costs 6. We'll just go ahead and bounce this back to his hand. Slim Jimothy. We could smack in for damage now, but it does have Ward 3, so if he tries to take it out, he can't. Opponent can play it, but it doesn't really matter. Because next turn, we will have enough mana. Yeah. We'll keep Dream Trawler. That's just good to have. We'll go ahead and tick this up and hold up some counter magic. We're kind of in the lead role here. And him playing black-white, it's just he doesn't have counter spells, so we're kind of in the driver's seat. We'll negate. Hit him for 7. Then, yeah. Opponent's in big trouble right now. We'll go ahead and place that, and we will do this. We will do this. And I think we can just take a turn off. I'm not really stressed about it. We're in the driver's seat right now. There's not much they can really do. Cool. Yeah, that's going to go right to the graveyard, bud. Go ahead and play another blue mana. Like, I think that's just pretty much game. Yep. Took him home. And that's how you control a game right there, huh? This wasn't a bad little setup, honestly. I don't really foresee... He probably brought in a bunch of removal for my creature lands and stuff, but I don't really foresee having to change this up too much. The counter spells are really helpful because it seems like their win con is creature lands and Grandmaster of Flowers, and I don't really foresee us needing sweepers in this matchup, so we'll just go ahead and run it again. Mr. Slim Jimothy. I always was curious, you know. I forget this chick's name. She's the one that sacrifices. It's the green-black chick from the school in Strixhaven. I always forget her name. That was like the one school I didn't pay attention to. I was like, oh, wow, red-white seems really neat. That was like my whole thing. Keep 6. Yeah, we'll do this. I'm going to play this tap land first, see if we can get into an untapped land. Opponent takes forever to set up their plans, so yep, we'll keep that right away. They might foretell like a Doomscar or something, but okay, Agonizing Remorse, that's not really huge for me. But little does opponent know, I can still counter whatever he throws out with Jwari Disruption. Agonizing Remorse is an interesting one. It looks like opponent mold to that, trying to keep hand disruption as a thing, but we're not stressing too much. What's he gonna pick? Like, there's not much in this hand. This is a pickle, though. So I could play Monk Class now, or I can wait till next turn and then bounce that. I'll just play it now. That way, I can put down another spell and then have up a Jwari Disruption if I need to counter anything crazy. Feel the Ruin. It's not a bad draw. If I bounce it, he takes away Jwari Disruption. I think what we're going to do is we'll just opt. I'm not really too stressed about this guy. We'll just go ahead and blow up that Cave of the Frost Dragon here. We need a blue, so we'll take a blue. Negate's not terrible. We'll play another Plains. Bounce the Spellbinder. He's going to play it again. We'll go ahead and cast an Opt. Don't need another Birth, even though it's a little bit of life gain, but... Okay. We'll chill. We still got a life total. Life totals are a resource. We've got a negate in hand. We can handle that. Saw it coming. I think we'll bounce it this turn. Now that we have the Saw it coming in hand, we'll just chill. So if that's all he's going to be doing. We can also Jwari Disruption. I have a negate, have a Saw it coming. I think we'll be okay. Saw it coming. Can't play the dragon guy, so unless he has another one in hand, which he does not, we'll go ahead, play this out. Hold up negate. It's looking like opponent. Okay, yeah, that's not going to happen, big dog. It's not going to happen. We'll play the land. Smack, draw a couple cards. Perfect. We'll go ahead and foretell this in case he tries to Doomscar. We're good. Got this game in the bag. Disdainful Stroke. Keep smacking away. Drawing cards. That's all we need to do at this point. We'll go ahead and foretell this, though. Because if he does... I mean, it would be a bummer if he does draw into some single target removal here, but not super stressed right now because we have Behold the Multiverse. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and Disdainful Stroke that. You're in trouble, man. We'll go ahead and Behold the Multiverse. Another Saw It Coming. That's game. And that, my friends, is how you control a board. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play this too. That is how you control a board, ladies and gents and theys and thems. Really cool idea, though. Slim Jimothy, Orzhov Control. I wouldn't have thought of that. Just blow up everything. But maybe consider putting in some lower count permanents besides Elite Spellbinder. Not that I know anything about deck building. Beside aggro decks. I'm really good at those. Are we getting our first, on-camera Assault Concede right now? Okay. I was hoping we get Assault Concede. We were this close, man. This close. And that's game, y'all. Slim Jimothy. We managed to best you there, man. But thanks for showing me a cool deck, dude. More Azorius Control, guys. I've been really enjoying this deck, dude. And I, hate control players 9 times out of 10. I don't mind this, actually. I mean, we can get this back with Grandmaster of Flowers if it dies. A little bit of early disruption. We go first. I think that's a good, solid start. We'll play our blue out. Some sort of black base deck. We'll hold up Jwari Disruption in case opponent decides, hey, I play Agonizing Remorse. Oh, wow, okay, it's mill. of some sort. We're going to counter that. We will play a blue, play Birth, grab a plains, because in Control you don't want to miss your land drops. And then we're good. It's an interesting take on Mill, I guess. Probably has counter spells. I think what we're going to do is we're going to foretell. I don't like that at all. Why does it always do that? Yeah, foretell. Call it a day. I'm not concerned. Opponent wants to flash something out. That's going to be interesting. Okay, so it's like a weird rogues build. We do have Shatter the Sky, which isn't bad. Oh, wow, that's a bummer. We will gain some life. We'll play this out. See what the opponent does. They might counter it. One thing that's really upsetting about this sideboard is I don't really have anything to plan against rogues. So we might be in trouble on that end. Just a little bit. Okay. I kind of don't want to mill that many cards. Why would opponent care about this so much? I guess I could bounce his stuff. Niches. Can bounce his stuff. Yeah, that's fine. We have another one. That I will counter, actually. I don't want them to get too far ahead on the board, because that's when Rogues starts taking over. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand, more than likely playing into the story, which is kind of a bummer, which means hopefully we draw into some sort of counter magic here. If not, life goes on. Play a monk class. We do still have Shatter the Sky, which is a bonus. Okay, drown the luck. Makes sense. We have 1 blocker. It's kind of nice. Worst thing is dude, I hate flash decks. Like, Rogues is like the bane of my existence, and they always have it. They have everything they need at all times. Oh, Into the Story? Bro, I top deck 3 of those. Like, that's my name. Top deck Into the Story. Johnson. Like, it's so ridiculous, and it's just immensely frustrating. I'm going to play Portable Hole. We'll go ahead and exile this dude. Yeah, Monk of the Open Hand, why not? Put something else down. Hopefully avoid getting overrun by Rogues. Okay, that's fine. Hey, bro. I don't know if you know what Into the Story is, but I have like 12 of them in my hand at all times, so it's so ridiculous. Bro, I've like raged. I'm talking like smashed my face into this table. Like, I've raged. Yeah, screw it. Go for it. And what I thought. We play counter spells. Glass Casket. That's not a terrible one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do need land. But what can you do? Okay, Beatrice Gargoyle. It's 2-drop. My turn. Birth. That's pretty good. See what the opponent's got. Got a Either a flash creature or a counterspell, one of the two. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's play this out. See what opponent does. They're going to be like, I'm going to snap counter that. Because we play rogues. Rogues. Kind of a bummer I don't have 4 mana, but what are you going to do? Can't block. We'll probably take some hits. Take our beats here. Interested to see what the opponent has. I don't really like giving them a card with this, but kind of want to shuffle the deck up a little bit. Let's blow up their dual source here. Cling to dust, nice. Good old draggy boy. He's like, bah. We'll get a blue. Screw it. We got plenty of white sources. Monk class. Can bounce the gargoyle. I think we're just going to shatter the sky, though. Opponent. Niches. What are you doing, dog? Alright. Looks like they didn't draw a counter spell, so we'll go ahead and play Monk class. We have 6 lands. I really don't want to send Hall of Storm Giants into a Thieves Guild Enforcer. That's not bad. We can go ahead and gain 2 life. We will cast this. It more than likely will be countered. Like I said, this deck always has what they need. But when I play rogues, oh man, I don't have jack crap. Alright? This is an interesting build of rogues, though. We will chill now. If we can get through for some damage, even better, but I highly doubt it. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, wow, they quit. All right. Rogues player quits. Newsflash. Let's go ahead and grab some negates. I actually like this card. It's actually pretty dope. It does really well against this. Flyers. That's never going to get casted, so we'll cut down on these. I don't know if Tested Talents is worth it. I think it is. Birth is okay. My boy Yuan-Ti's alright. The Almighty. Because I can at least punch through and it can't be blocked. Excuse me. We'll shave down on stuff they're more than likely going to counter. I do need finishers, so we'll keep those in. And go for it. Game 1 against Rogues. I guess they got scared of Iymrith. I'm curious to know if they bring in like Zareth-san, which would kind of be a bummer. I do not have any Rogues cards. That's like a big thing too. We'll keep this. Makes sense. Dream Trawler. Jeez. Alright. We'll go ahead and put down a blue. Hold up Opt. Maybe we can draw into a counter spell. Flash out Thieves Guild Enforcer. Yeah, we know the play pattern, dog. So sick of this deck, dude. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. until this rotates, bro. Be the best day of my life. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But knowing my luck, in Innistrad, there'll be enter rogue name here, ridiculousness, and I'll be mad. So, yeah. Bottom that, draw a card. It's a land. Let's go ahead and play Yuan-Ti. Opponent might counter this. I don't foresee why, but they have like 29 forms of removal. Yeah. Sorry, Thought Thief. There goes my Glass Casket. See, like, dude, I'm telling you, I always, every single time, bro, every time they mill something that I need, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. We're not going to block this, so, no blocks. No real rush to block that. We will smack in if they let us. Let's try. I kind of want to do this one. We'll gain a life. Could play a monk class. Stall the plan a little bit. Could also play Birth. I think we're going to play monk class. Maybe get a counter out of their hands. Yeah, of course. Watch, all my counter spells gone. So ridiculous, man. I like legitimately hate this deck with a fiery passion. Every answer I have, gone. Gone. Just fairy dust. I'm going to play Portable Hole. For sure. Get rid of this. Get rid of the Thought Thief. Yeah, screw it. We'll smack in. Scry. I kind of need to scry. See what's on top of the library. Birth of Meletis. I don't need. We need land. We need another white source. And if we can get down this Dream Trawler, we're in like decent shape. But to be honest with you, they might be a little bit too far ahead of us now. Yeesh. We will destroy that Temple of Deceit. Oh, man. Rogues. Wow. Didn't I just put that down? Shuffled it back to the top? That's kind of hysterical. Well, we'll try and play Monk class. If they counter this, we're definitely going up to the wheel. There's no real point in us continuing to play this game. So we can bounce it. They can just play it again. Yeah. There's no real point in continuing this. But we're on the play next game. Hopefully we can get something going here. I think I am going to bring in a Doomscar. Just to kind of, if I need it, type thing. Might catch them with their pants down, you know. Play first. Got our colors. Got a counter spell. Something early if we need it. This is a way better hand. We'll keep 6. This is a little bit too far off for me right now, but we will play this. I will keep that on top. Okay, so opponent's not flashing anything in yet. We'll play this. We'll drop Yuan-Ti. If it survives, we at least can start pummeling in some stuff here. Oh, yeah. Okay. We will attack. Start getting into the dungeon. I love this card. Let's go into the Mad Mage. Gain a life. And then we're just going to hold up. If we have to. Okay, yeah. I kind of want to counter that. You can probably kill this now, which is kind of a bummer. No, I actually can't. We'll go ahead, drop the Temple of Enlightenment. We do have Portable Hole. I'll take another one, actually. We will smack in. These little 2 chip damage things that I'm doing here, they add up. Like, and I think opponents don't realize that sometimes. Like, I can sit there, ping, ping, and just, like, eventually they're at 8 life, and they're like, how did that happen? So, this is really weird. The opponent's not doing anything. Jeez. We don't need another one. We have 2 of them. We'll go ahead and smack in. I do have a negate for any shenanigans the opponent might want to play. Drown in the Luck. Heartless Act. What's the other one? Elfral Mastery. Like, all those things. Smack them in. Well, create a treasure token. That's really all we can do right now. We have Portable Hole to answer as rogues, which isn't bad. Curious to know what's going on here. Okay. Play a monk class. We have negate. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. Yep, negated. Wants to dump another counter spell into this. I'm totally cool with that. Alright. 1 mana up. Attack. Keep going into the dungeon. We will scry. Iymrith is really powerful right now. But I don't think I need Field of Ruin. I think we need another counter. It's going to suck because Iymrith's probably going to go away. But we live our lives. Bantress Gargoyle. Okay. We have Portable Hole. We're going to go ahead and smack in. Can't block. Smack. Yuan-Ti. This is an interesting choice, because we can go through the graveyard, get a couple skeletons, or we can do the Runestone Caverns, exile top 2 cards, and play something. But I think we're just going to grab some skeletons. Have as a little bit of extra backup. We'll play this. Take out his gargoyle. He, she, they, them. My bad, guys. I am so tired. I'm like always exhausted right now. This is pretty amazing, actually. We'll go ahead and put this down. Yeah, well, it looks like they might have Thieves Guild Enforcer, or Mystical Dispute, one of the 2. But this will just get more counters out of their hand. We're okay with this. I kind of want to just Portable Hole the Bantress Gargoyle. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Use the treasure token. Sending rogues home, son. The bane of my existence. Gosh, I love this deck. So, I mean, as y'all can see, the deck ended up playing pretty well. We had a really cool, like, set of decks to play against this time, where it was like, one was black-white control, which, I mean, would be really good against creature strategies and stuff like that. We just kind of weren't playing that game plan and eventually got to a point where the opponent couldn't keep up. And then, of course, some different build of rogues, but, like, we got through it. My favorite cards in this deck are still probably Iymrith, of course, Desert Doom, and Grandmaster of Flowers. These two cards are just super cool, and I'm glad that I got to play with something from Adventures of the Forgotten Realms and, like, really enjoy it. Against rogues, Portable Hull is kind of insane. Like, a majority of their threats, like, are 1 mana away from being taken care of permanently, and like, with Brazen Borrower, like, not really being played right now, kind of balanced itself out. And of course, the workhorse, probably tied for first, and I never say blue cards are my favorite, but Yuan-Ti Malison. That game against rogues, continually, like, it did work. 10 points of damage. We almost got through Dungeon of the Mad Mage, like, with just one Yuan-Ti. So there's tons of cool things to like about this deck. Would I craft it if I was brand new to the game? No. I would recommend you go with something like Gruul. There's a brand new version of Gruul out that I might end up making a video for in traditional standard. I already did one for historic, and we'll put that on hold for a while until we get some new cards or we come up with a new idea. But there is a new standard version of Gruul out right now that's featuring the creature lands, and it's actually doing pretty well. Or mono red, something like that. Start with an aggro deck. This deck requires a little bit more thought process, thinking, but hey man, if you are a whale like me and you want a ton of options, or if you're a seasoned player or mid-tier, I'd recommend it. I'd recommend giving it a shot if you like control or anything else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to continue to post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, so we'll keep these videos coming for you. I'm going to come up with a couple more ideas. And like, subscribe, hit the bell, talk to me. I'd love to hear from you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you again next time.